everybody, in today's episode I'm answering all of your questions. So let's go ahead and give you a quick preview of all the questions I'm answering. I saw you switched from Final Cut Pro 10 to Premiere Pro. Why the switch? What do you think about Jack Black joining YouTube? Would you like to do a collaboration with a new YouTube channel like mine? What do you think of the new direction Apple is going these past few years since the departure of Steve Jobs and several other changes in personnel? How did you get so many subscribers with so few videos? Is YouTube your full-time job? When is the podcast coming back? What was your favorite piece of tech you got for this last Christmas? All right, so now that you are aware of the greatness of this episode, let's go ahead and get to the questions. All right, the first question is, I saw you switched from Final Cut Pro 10 to Premiere Pro. Why the switch? Okay, so this is a really good question. I have been using Final Cut Pro for quite some time. I've decided to move over to Premiere Pro because A, I'm already super familiar with Adobe Photoshop, and I know that there's, similar layouts between all the Adobe softwares. Also, when I really wanted to get deep into editing, and I realized you can pretty much do everything on both if you know how to go about things. But it seemed like when you get into the actual effects, whether it's like titles coming across screens or different graphics or special effects, it seems like the community for the Adobe Premiere Pro is much bigger than Final Cut Pro, and a big part of that is because of After Effects, which is a Adobe product that goes along Premiere. To this day, I still have no clue how to use After Effects. It's my goal to learn that. Right now, I'm really just trying to relearn everything I currently know in Final Cut, but that's kind of the plan. And also, I'm planning on building a PC for editing, and Final Cut Pro does not work on a PC, obviously. So why not learn the software that works on both systems? So that way, regardless of what platform I'm using or what operating system I'm using, I can use Premiere Pro. What do you think about Jack Black joining YouTube? Also a good question. So when I first saw the Jack Black video, I believe his channel is Jablinski, my first thought was the same thought I have when every celebrity joins YouTube, and that is, another celebrity, another Will Smith. And don't get me wrong, I love Will Smith. I think he's an incredible actor, and I love pretty much every movie that he does. However, there's something about super well-known celebrities just waltzing into the YouTube community thinking they can be part of it. And yes, that sounds snooty, but YouTube is so homegrown. It's the nobodies who become somebodies, and there's that underdog story with everyone. Even someone like Logan Paul, as big as he is, he has the underdog story, just like every YouTuber. Whereas Jack Black and Will Smith and some of these other guys already have fame. Now, Will Smith does good videos, but you can tell that he's got this production team behind it. He's got a lot of money and whatnot. His fame, he was going and touting it on late night shows, and there's just something about that I don't know, it just wasn't genuine to me. And I'm not accusing Will Smith of being, disgenuine or whatever the word is, but after seeing Jack Black's first real video, I'm very excited about the channel. The reason for that is because the content he's providing is actually interesting. So he started off as a gaming channel, right? Or that's how he advertised it. So my first thought was, oh, Jack Black's just gonna be talking about whatever while he games, and everybody's automatically gonna care because he's Jack Black. Lame. No, he starts off by going to, I think, the Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, which was really fascinating. And it's, that you have good content when you can take out the main character and switch it with anyone, and the rest of the video stays the same. It doesn't matter who did that video. Going around something like a place like that unique, was really fascinating to me as a viewer, and adding Jack Black to it made it even better because he's in his element when it's not very professionally done. I think it's just him and his son that do the YouTube channel. It just felt very YouTube-like, and so I'm super excited. I subscribed. I'm looking forward to more Jack Black videos. Hopefully he doesn't drop the ball. If everything is like he did this first week, I think he's got a really good future here on YouTube. So far, Jack Black is writing the playbook for celebrities moving over to YouTube. Would you like to do a collaboration with a new YouTube channel like mine? So this is the answer to every single person out there who keeps asking me for collabs. I get it all the time, and I understand. You're trying to grow your channel, and it makes sense to collab with other YouTubers. Here's the rule, and this is especially true if your channel is smaller than mine, and my channel is not that big. But if you want to collab with me, pitch me your idea. Don't just say, hey, do you want to collab? Because the time it takes for me to even say, yeah, what are you thinking? And then bounce the idea back and forth, and it turns out not to be a good idea, that's a lot of time I just wasted when I could have been doing other things. So if you want to have a successful attempt at doing a collab with me, hit me up on here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, I don't care. Email brandon@techaudit.tv. Email me, message me, and just tell me, hey, I want to collab with you, and here's the video idea. I think if we did this together, it would do very well, and be as specific as possible. The less I have to think about what we're going to do, and the more I can just look at it and say, yes, that's awesome. I don't care if you only have 100 subscribers. I want to do that video with you. Then boom, that's it. What do you think of the new direction Apple is going these past few years since the departure of Steve Jobs and several other changes in personnel? I really do think that Apple has kind of plateaued in the innovation department, and in some areas, and the areas that I'm most invested in, I think they're taking steps backwards. For example, my biggest complaint is the way they are treating the MacBook Pro. I look at the new MacBooks, and I own both. I have the MacBooks where it's just the two USB-C ports and the headphone jack. And I think, man, wouldn't it be cool if we had a MacBook where all the ports were just built in on the sides and you didn't have to have dongles? It's sad that that sounds like a futuristic idea when you look at today's MacBooks. And even things like the back, like why can you not have the Apple logo light up? That was cool. Like you're trying to save a couple, like $20 or something like that. There's just a lot of things that I feel like Apple is taking steps backwards, and it may be because they're really trying to push this whole wireless world, but it's also to save a buck. Like, let's not beat around the bush. They're trying to save money here, and they may legitimately be trying to push this wireless future, but until that future is here, I can't afford the time and the money it takes to like adapt my MacBook to be equivalent to a 2015 MacBook Pro. So my favorite MacBook Pro right now is the 2015, 14 version that I have. I hate the ones with no SD cards, with no USB ports. It's just annoying that I have to live off dongles. So I'm not a big fan of this world where Apple sells us an expensive core product and then essentially requires us to buy more of their expensive accessories in order to get what we need. It's really annoying. How did you get so many subscribers with so few videos? Good question. So I think this is like my 54th video here on YouTube, and I just checked before recording, and I believe we're about to hit 5 million views across all of the videos combined, which is really cool. And we've got a little over 32,000 subscribers. I say we because I really view the subscriber number as a community number. It's not me, it's a community thing. So that's really good for 54 videos. There's a lot of channels that have hundreds of videos and they only have, 300 subscribers. So how did I do that? I think a big part is my background in marketing, and specifically with search engine optimization. Because I had such a small audience, and this is really good advice for anybody who has a small audience looking to grow, it's hard to get a video to go viral when your audience is already so small to begin with, because you need that audience, that initial audience, to kind of give it an initial boost to get recognized by the algorithms. So if you're small and wanting to grow, do what I did and really base your videos off of search. So you're not gonna get like initial big traffic, but over time your videos grow and grow and grow. And that's how a lot of my most successful videos are. They were really slow for the first couple weeks, even the first few months. And then some of those videos just started taking off because they started to rank well in search, because I would optimize them for search. So I think that's one of the reasons that I have had the success that I've had with this channel. Is YouTube your full-time job? I'm pretty sure this question is going to get asked on every Q&A because I get it asked all the time. No, YouTube is currently not my full-time job. What I do full-time is I work in marketing at a company called Dev Mountain. I'll link to them below if you want to check it out. It's a code and design boot camp. So it's like 13 weeks and the boot camp basically takes you from 0 to job ready in a design or code job. So that's what I do full time. YouTube, I do at night usually, once my family is all taken care of, all my job stuff's done, and then I can focus on making cool videos for you. 2 questions left. What was your favorite piece of tech you got for this last Christmas? So you're actually looking at my favorite Christmas gifts, and that is these monitors here. So these are 24-inch LG FreeSync monitors, I believe they're called. I'll link to them below. Basically, they're kind of really good, budget-friendly, entry-level gaming monitor. So if you're wanting to get into the whole world of gaming, or you just want a good crystal clear monitor that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, these are awesome monitors. And again, I'll link to that below in the description. But it's awesome. The refresh rate is amazing. The response time is great. I can now see why PC gamers prefer to game on a PC, because there really is a noticeable difference from a gaming monitor, even entry-level ones like this, which these are not 4K, they're 1080p. The picture is incredible compared to even a TV. So I highly recommend getting something like this. Again, even if you don't game, you're just looking for some good monitors. I like them because they both have dual HDMI ports. So I have my Xbox plugged into this one. So all I gotta do is hit a button and switch over, and I've got Xbox on one, and I can chat with my folks in the Discord, or watch YouTube, watch TV, whatever. By the way, I'll link to the Discord below in the description. If you haven't joined yet, you should. But yeah, those are my favorite Christmas gifts that I got this year, and I'll probably do a video on them in the near future. Last but not least, when is the podcast coming back? It's coming back now. So if you don't already know, I have a podcast for this channel. It's called the Tech Audit TV Podcast. It's available on pretty much every major platform, so you could probably just search Tech Audit TV and it will show up. Regardless, I will provide a link down below. The last episode, I think, was like September. I took a long little break there to kind of rethink things, get some stuff worked out, and I really wanted to rethink how I was going to do this YouTube channel and how that was also going to play nicely with the podcast. I think I got everything figured out. So I've actually got a recording set up this week for the podcast, and the plan is to continue releasing those weekly along with these YouTube videos. And they're both totally different things. I'm not just taking the audio from YouTube and putting it on a podcast. It is a completely new, dedicated podcast episode content you will not find here on YouTube. So if you like podcasts or are thinking about getting into podcasts, highly recommend checking out the Tech Audit TV podcast. Again, I'll link to it below. So those are all the questions for today. I really appreciate everyone who has submitted questions. If you want your question answered on the next Q&A episode, all you gotta do is scroll down to the comments and leave your question. You can leave 1, you can leave 5, as many as you want, or just say hi. But big thanks to all of you who made it this far in the video. This video is not gonna go viral. This is for the fans, this is for you, and I really appreciate you spending a little bit time with me today. So until next week, my name is Brandon Hassler, and this is Tech Audit TV.